Vadalus of the Wood says, huge fan for years. Well, thank you for that, man. I'll cut straight to the chase. I'm looking at an 01 GMC Sonoma SL for $8,000. It has 85K miles on it. I think I heard you mention in previous streams that those early 2000s GMC and Fords were in.
Yeah, a GMC Sonoma for $8,000. Oof. Must be real nice. It's got low clock on it. I'd pay, because the shitty one's going to be $5,000. The really nice one's going to be $8,000. You're going to spend $3,000 on the one that's $5,000. Or don't spend $3,000 and have the downtime. So I'll take the nice one, push the guy down to 7,200. Say, come on, man, this truck was only 23,000 new.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like the buy. I like this. That was a good era of trucks there.
We got brown bricks with the 25. I'm in the market for a car, and I'm planning on buying a used one cash because I don't have a lot of money or income, and my credit score is currently 685. Is that a good idea? If so, what should I look out for?
Your credit score is not that bad. A lot of people punish themselves. If your credit's a 685, 670 or above is totally kind of normal. They call that tier 1, tier 2. In interest rates, you have tier 1, auto approval, tier 1. It's pretty much for like people who are 710 or above with a good income situation. But with the rest of it, 675, you got marginal. You could do you'd probably qualify for a cheap Honda lease as opposed to a wreck. But if you're gonna buy a cheap car, buy a Camry, man. Just buy a cheap Camry, cheap Civic, Corolla. You just can't go wrong. CRVs, nothing with headaches. Try to buy an old lady car. Look for the cranberry one, the Atlantic blue one, the jade green one, the beige one. It's gonna be your best import. Those ugly colored ones, because the G's want, the kids that are gonna rip them apart, that have been ridden hard and put away wet. The black ones, the white, the silver. Like the cool color ones. Look for the shitty color ones. That's the only secret I got. But yeah, you'd finance for a Civic lease, $279 a month, $3,000 down. It's more money, I get it, but it's a car that runs you, and if you can swing it, try it. Those are cheap.
A few more. Hypothetical with the 25. Thank you, bro. Love the show, guys. We'll be able to use my VA loan in September. Should I pay off my debts and put no money down, or put 20K down payment? Also drove the new Toyota Crown. I like how it drives, but it kind of looks off.
I don't like that car. I don't think that car is going to do well for Toyota. That's a really weird misstep for Toyota. It's nice. I know it's probably a great, fine car. I'm not saying that. I don't think that the luxury sedans are the only thing that fails in the Japanese market. I'm just being straight with you. So you can't pay $64,000 for a Japanese luxury sedan without taking a little bit of a... Because the executive is just too big of an ego. They all want the S-Class. So the 7 Series is the worst on the market. The S8 is a shitbox. No one wants that either. The Lexus LS isn't even hot. That's how you know. The Lexus LS has been a fantastic car for years. It's not a popular seller for them, truth be told. I always thought it was great. It's not. So the Crown is going to be a weird thing. It'll be like the Avalon. Old people will buy it. But it's not a short ticket on that car.
Low 7 with a 25. Nick, I got an 05 CRV. I bought for $500 from my friend's aunt. I slapped all-terrain tires on it. I can't believe how much I love this car. Had it for 4 years, road tripping, off-roading, and drifting through snow.
Seriously, if the world was perfect, we'd all drive CRVs. You've heard me say it before. If you need an SUV, go with a CRV. It's just a god. Honda just does the right thing. I don't know what to say. Not always, but most of the time. Good for you, bro. Honestly, I can't express the joy of a car that doesn't fuck you over. I drove a Toyota Sequoia for like 4 years. It never screwed me over. I loved it. I used to beat the brakes. I drove it hard. I skidded it. I drifted it. I bought tires for it. It had rusty brake lines. It was awesome.
I remember there was a video where you were quoted as saying, in a perfect world, everyone would drive CRVs.
Yeah.
Or something.
We'd all drive CRVs. If you buy shit and you need, like, because cars... You can't fit things in them. Yeah. Sedans, that's the problem. Yeah. CRVs you can. Mm-hmm. Pickup trucks even better.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Crew cab pickup trucks, small ones. Woo! Woo! Toyota Tacomas. Oh my god. But they ride like shit. CRVs actually kind of drive nice.
Jared J. Hey Nikki, two-piece here. When will rug aficionado hats be back in stock, Nick? And can you give an informative to my mom as to why not to buy a QX80? Love you.
A QX80? That's the worst car ever made. We'll get the hats in stock this week. We'll get them back. Order away. The QX80 is the biggest girl asshole car on the planet, period. Yeah. Sorry, Mom. That is a know-nothing, no friends in the car business piece of shit. They rick it. The suspension blows out on them. They're rat ass. They're overpowered. I don't know if they're overpowered anymore. They're the worst in the luxury line. Do you know how embarrassing it is to have? It's really embarrassing to have a luxury car and the lowest ranked one. Like Jaguar Infiniti. Yeah. It's Cadillac. When you pull up to like Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, BMW, Lexus. Yeah. In a Cadillac, Jaguar, Infiniti. It's like you drove it in a fucking clown car.
Do you guys laugh about it?
We all know what's coming. Yeah. Like just someone with like what do you mean it's only worth $33,000? I owe $58,000 on it. It was $80,000. You're like, yeah, it was. Like, no, it wasn't. You didn't pay $80,000. They gave you $13,000 off it because they can't sell them. Yeah. And they suck. You have bald tires. The car gets 3 miles to the gallon, and you look like a what do they call those? Fucking multi-level marketing women. Yeah. Like a psychopath. Like trying to sell me leggings. Yeah. Like from Facebook Marketplace. So yeah, tell your mom to have a drink, take a seat, smoke a cigarette, and look out the window, Mom. You're crazy right now. You need some ice on the back of your neck.
Finn with the 25. I have an 09 Mercedes ML350 that has served me well. It was a hand-me-down, and I will always be partial to Benz. I'm a mid-20s with the ability to buy a truck, new or pre-owned. Are there any mid-sized trucks that you approve of? Thank you.
Mid-size? The Chevy Silverado lease is short, and the Nissan Frontier has supposedly the Nissan Frontier leases have an 85% residual. I don't believe it, but supposedly the new Nissan Frontier crew cab leases are crazy. Just throwing that out there.
Sebastian Hart, thank you for joining, man. Moving on to Satoru with the $25.01. Thank you. Looking to buy a new car at the moment, and I'm willing to drop 8 or 10 up front, but it looks like the used car market is kind of jade right now. Give me 3 models to stay away from and 3 to keep my eye on for price range. Thanks.
What's he want? What kind of car? New car?
8 to 10 range. What should he be looking for?
8 to 10. 09 Acura TL. Top tier is Acura TL, TSX Wagon, TSX, Lexus ES 350, Lexus RX 300, good one. Cars to stay away from: anything Jaguar, anything high mileage Audis, anything a kid owns, anything that like hype beast kids are into. You don't want any of that shit. Yeah. They're just gonna be ridden hard, put away. Stay with me, Infinities. They're not all bad. The cars aren't that bad. And then trucks. 8 to 14 Silverados, crew cab Silverados, or something, Sierras, GMC Sierras, if you can find them.